So in our gold coin, let's do the same thing here. So it's 70 by 70. So after we set its image, we're going to set its hitbox. It's going to be 70 by 70. Now let's do something a little bit different with the coin. Instead of having the top left be his 0, 0, where he is, we can just say set origin. This is going to set the origin of the entity. Well, it says that right on there, doesn't it? And since he's 70, 70, we're going to want to divide that in half, so that's going to be 35, 35. Now here's where things might start to get a little tricky, and that's why using the FlashPunk debugger is very helpful. So in main, we're going to go ahead and say fp.console.enable. So now you see we get all this beautiful debug thing. Let's hit the tilde key, or the tick key. So now you can see this coin doesn't look right, does it? It looks like his hitbox is not in the right location. So let's go ahead and close that guy out. Let's go negative 35, negative 35. And that's off as well, isn't it? So here's a hint. The green is the origin of the image, and the rectangle is the hitbox, the red rectangle. So it looks like we need to center our image first, and then set it back to 2222. Maybe? Let's find out. I'm sorry, 35, 35. So on our image, I'm going to go ahead and say image.center origin. Let's run that. And to move the screen while it's running, I'm holding down Shift and clicking, and that's going to move our camera around. You can see it's doing that down there. So now our entity's image's origin is centered right on there, which is great. So with our set hitbox function, and set the origin, we want this to be negative 35, negative 35. Because if you imagine, if that green part on our image is our origin, then we want to move left and up. Maybe right and up. Ooh, yeah, that's much better. That feels way good. But that box looks way too big, doesn't it? Well, we know that our picture is that big, but we should probably shrink that hitbox a little bit. So maybe we drop it down to 40 by 40. See if that's too small. Oh yeah, that's way too small. Or maybe not. We still need to move it by half of the hitbox size to center it up. Alright, well that looks just about perfect, doesn't it? So now, we can go ahead and begin checks to see if the duder gets that coin. Now, the first thing we need to do there is set some more properties of our coin. We're going to use the type. And this is the collision type of the entity. So we're going to set this one to coin, and it's a string. So there we go, coin. And then coin duder. If we want to, we can set his type. Type equals coin duder. There you go. So the easiest way to do this is to get a list of all the coins that the duder touches during an update. So we can do that in our game world, or we can let the coin duder handle that on his own. We'll just go ahead and put it in the game world for the sake of symmetry, something. So we're going to say coin duder collide types there we go. So this is going to check against multiple entities. You can enter as many different types as you want, really. Collide types into will put all those types that it collides with into an array. We'll go ahead and do something like this. Types is going to be coin. X is the virtual X position to place the entity. Well, we should probably use his X position. And again here, so this is going to return the entity that it collides with. So I can say if this is entity, if it's a coin, right? Then the duder gets the coin. So we'll make the coin disappear. Well, if we're going to make the coin disappear, we should probably save a reference to it. So let's go collision coin. That's going to be a coin. Let's say if all right, looking good. So collision coin is going to equal this. So now we're creating a new coin and we're typecasting whatever it collides into. And if it's not a coin, then it's going to be null. So we can just check this. Collision coin not is null. No, I'm stupid. Collision coin. Alright, so if our collision coin is not null, then we'll take our collision coin. I'll say dot. Let's go ahead and use, yep. We just want to remove it from the world. So we'll use in the worlds function, remove. And it's asking for an entity. Collision coin. Wonderful. Let's try it out, see if we broke anything. And so there's our duder, there's our coin, which is off screen. I'm gonna go ahead and move that like that. All right, duder up that coin. Ew! What? He just dudered that coin right off the world. This is incredible. So he's off to a good start. That coin got straight dudered. But now we need the coins to be more challenging.